where they just chalk it up to it's a bad neighborhood, probably rival drug dealers. It doesn't.
So Ralph Ellison has a thing about Wendy Savino, and he doesn't believe us. He says we're full of shit. But he says, please tell us all the evidence you have for Wendy Savino case besides her IDing Berkowitz. So I've talked about this a million times.
Evidence? Like, what do you mean evidence?
Well, he's asking for
physical evidence.
Well, he's asking like basically what went into this case. I mean, we've already talked about it a million times, but now you'll hear it from the horse's mouth. What went into our mindset on this case?
I mean, what do you mean evidence? You have a victim saying he shot me, and she's interviewed and she's found credible. I've had plenty of cases like that where I never retrieved a weapon, but it holds up in court. I mean, is the physical evidence? No, because he didn't have a 32 when he was arrested. They never found the 32. Does it mean it never existed? No. And and Manny was there with me. I went in there thinking like, I'm open to anything, man. You know, I knew that Joe Savino wasn't he had some incidents in his past. So like, I went in there open-minded, like, hey, you know, let's see what's going on. But he had no life insurance on her. He was not in any financial straits. They investigated the hell out of him. Their focus was on him.
Absolutely.
Because of the randomness of it. It usually is the freaking spouse. But I saw all the files and there's nothing there.
Zilch there.
There was nothing there.
And in fact, you thought that he was good. You used the word when we were meeting with Klein down there because he was a little bit belligerent with the cops.
Yeah, because an innocent person will say, like, they'll put it out, I know you have to ask me because I'm the husband. I know you have to go there. But they'll reach a point like, hey, listen, man, you've interviewed me twice or whatever. You know, stop just, especially as a cop, don't have tunnel vision. You know what I mean? Okay, if you want to look at me, that's fine. I accept it. I was a police officer. I know how it goes. But widen your range.
Right.
You know, widen your range. And you will get mad. I've had that. You know, it's like, hey, you know.
And just the fact that he got mad, in your opinion, as a professional, speaks more to his innocence than his guilt.
Guilty people, they'll usually they'll string it along like they really won't get competitive with you. Their tactics is to try to outsmart you or deny it. Like, hey, no, look at me. Yeah, I'm a cool cat. You know, no. I mean, just watch freaking TV shows on Forensic Files or, you know, 2020. You know, there's so much stuff out there when you see these guilty guys. And a lot of times they'll never admit it, but sometimes they'll eventually come around through just persistence. Very rarely a guy just come in, you know, right away, like Berkowitz. What took you so long? You got me. A lot of times, like, you catch him, and no, it wasn't me. You know what I mean?
All right. So Ralph Ellison says, so no evidence except the victim IDing Savino, and then tell me that would be enough to get a jury to convict.
Yes, it would. 1,000%.
So Ralph, you're hearing from an experienced
detective
here.
What do you? I mean, again, because of this age of DNA and all this stuff, I'm just telling you what, through my experience, a victim IDing a guy is very powerful, especially when there's no financial motivation or no vendetta motivation to identify somebody.
And also, let's talk about the sketch. It's not like the sketch was of a 6'7" black man with a mole on his face.
I'm not going to keep arguing this. To me, it's futile.
Yeah.
If you don't want to believe it, don't fucking believe it. But again, point your animosity towards this senior citizen woman without an eye, who, by the grace of God, lived. Because a lot of those gunshots could have been fatal.
Easily.
And with 44, she would have been dead.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I don't even care about what happened to the 32. The fact is, if I believe Wendy and I believe Berkowitz did it, so therefore he had a 32.
Do you think that in every homicide involving a weapon, the weapon is itself recovered?
Hell no.
On TV, it may be. In a movie, it may be. In the real world, very rarely.
Because the first inclination, especially if this was get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
But why would he, if the story is true that he picked off that ticket and then went and did the shooting, why would he do that? If he got the ticket, knowing he got a ticket, and then he goes and does the shooting, that speaks to some sort of subconscious way to get caught. Because after he got the ticket, he should have been like, oh shit, this place is hot.
Who is that according to? The
I'm
woman?
just
Who said that he got the ticket off the car, then went and did the shooting? Who did that? Who said
Cecilia Davis.
all right, I'm not doubting those
This-
chain of events, but in the chaos of these moments, it's very hard to like even nail down times like that.
True.
You know?
True. So I'm
And
being
again, that case is put to bed. I'm not going to rehash these cases have been put to bed. As far as I'm concerned, Wendy Savino case is put to bed. If my reaction isn't feisty, wanting to go back and forth, just because I just don't have the time.
right.
Or the
I
energy
tend to
do
get
it.
a little bit more emotional because, well, I have the time.
Yeah, I mean, and these people are entitled to their opinion. All I know is this woman had her eyes shot out, and her lung collapsed and was on the fringes of life, and
And then produced an
and then
identical
produced,
sketch.
a sketch
It's close enough.
and criminology.
Right. Yeah.
So-
it's over.
so-
It's over. So let's see what people are saying here. While everyone's getting angry at Neo in the chat, we'll just ignore all that. Again, I'm cool with people having educated discussions about these things, but so far all I'm seeing is vulgarity in the chat, which I guess was to be expected.
Sorry about that. I didn't expect that kind of thing. I just wanted to come out and have a chat with Manny.
Wendy,
Looking at this fall foliage, which is, I wish you guys were here. You see, maybe lighten up your mood a little bit.
yeah, guys,
Look at that beautiful tree down there, and just
you sound like Bob Ross,
Oh.
the painter. Look at that happy little tree. In our world, we can just do whatever we want. We have
I'm
control.
not a druid. I just have an appreciation. 79 letter that I have in my office where he wrote the guy who was going to do a book or a movie in 79. He's like, listen, this is all nonsense.
Klausner, yeah, who was in the Netflix, by the
but
way.
he wrote it to the publishing house. I think the head of the publishing.
That was Klausner's book.
I have it in my office. He's like, listen, this is I did it. There was all these other stories were nonsense.
And Klausner's book was nonsense.
It's
in
very
many ways.
well written. Again by Berkowitz, like very well written. I'm almost like, not that I admire him, but like now I'm like, wow, because again, being a kid and not knowing it until literally being all these people I had access to. I wish I had met you when Peter and Tommy were still alive. God rest their souls, because I never freaking talked to anybody, and none of us did ever.
They would have been a huge resource, especially
Yeah.
about the
And you
Yonkers
couldn't
crimes.
meet two more like legitimate, just like complete middle of the road, like very.
Now we're talking about Peter
Yeah.
Intervallo and
Yeah.
Tommy Chamberlain, the
very,
two
like,
patrolmen.
very modest, nice men, really just genuinely good people. You know what I mean? And they did great work on that case, and nobody freaking listened.
They
to
put
them.
it together.
Because they were rookies, and that just like the Yonkers kind of things that slip through the cracks really bothers me. Because I always look back, and not to judge them, because why didn't they kind of stake out this place, and maybe they could have grabbed him, and all these other things wouldn't have happened. But it is what it is. The main thing that somebody got him, and that was it.